BTB listeners, thank you so much for checking out today's episode. Listen, if this episode inspires you, do me a favor, take 5 seconds to shoot me a like and subscribe to the podcast. There are several more exciting guests that are in the pipeline, and I just can't thank you enough for your continued support, and let's keep paying the mission forward.
Don't be afraid of the dark. Be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby.
Welcome to the BTB Project, designed to empower listeners to identify their why and to live their best lives no matter the circumstances. My name is Kollman Gearhart. A former athlete and motivational coach, I've had the opportunity to inspire thousands through my story and help accomplish what they are built to be. You'll be encouraged by each and every episode, and let's get into it.
Yeah, when I blow up, I'ma soar high like Peter Pan. In real life, be living out my dreams. If I'm waking up, it's in a foreign land.
In today's BTB Short, I want to dive into this concept of confidence. I've been very conflicted recently because I understand there's two sides to the story when it comes to confidence. And there's been a lot of opportunity on the BTB project for me to interview just incredible people that have done extraordinary things that require a certain level of confidence in order for those things to happen. And on the other side of the equation, I see myself as a coach who works with a lot of kids, adults, that are trying to accomplish something based off of their goals, based off of what they want in their life. And they want to know how, and they want to know what it takes. But yet they're not willing to tap into that confidence. But the people that I've seen who have the results, who have done extraordinary things, tend to have a hard time walking on eggshells, per se, to talk about confidence. N- Confidence is something that, as a parent, I got 2 daughters and a son, and I want to raise them to not only have confidence, but to have that resonate to help other people. Now, how do you do that? Whether it's a parent or as an athlete or in the work world, there's so many different situations where you have to be able to tap into why is confidence important and how can it help. So let's start with, what is the definition of confidence? Confidence is more than self-belief. It's an attitude that propels us forward. As I'm recording this podcast, it's 2024. And I find it interesting because I feel like we live in a day and age to where when you're confident, it can offend people. I struggle with that a little bit because here I am being highly empathetic, wanting to resonate and understand a lot of people's stories. But when it comes to confidence, I feel like there's a lot of people that are unwilling to talk about confidence and tap into the importance of it because they don't want to offend anybody. Cockiness, arrogance, full of themselves can be very easily close tied to something like confidence. But as I think about confidence and the positivity that comes from it, it empowers us to step outside of our comfort zones when we're confident. It encourages us to try new things and seizing the possibilities that are out there. I'm a coach, and this BTB Short is a cry out to everybody that why do we continue to sell ourselves short and suppress our passion to do something great through confidence because we don't want to offend anybody? That's exactly how I felt before I started this podcast is I sit on the idea for 13 years because I felt like one, I had some insecurity of believing that no one was going to listen to what I have to say. But on the other end of that, I was afraid of people thinking that I was full of myself. Always doing a podcast to egotistical, trying to make a one up in life and talk down at people with a podcast. That's what I felt. And this highly resonates with me as I've done the podcast because I interview a lot of people that just have done extraordinary things and they're not willing to express their confidence because they don't want that to be offensive. And that's the challenge. Confidence may generate a lot of discomfort, judgment, or criticism. When you give it, people will be offended. No matter what you do, people are going to be offended by your confidence. There's a key phrase out there. Don't let my confidence offend your insecurities. And this conveys a message of self assurance and empowerment. It reminds us that confidence isn't meant to be belittled, but to be empowered. Why can't we as individuals take confidence and have it empower one another? Everybody is always wanting to know what the secret sauce is, whether it's sport performance, success in the business world. And I know that's a loaded statement, but very high up there is confidence. And it makes me think of what are the reasons why confidence offends other people? When someone's confident, it makes people tap into insecurity and comparison. This comparison is something that I battle as an adult. I see my kids battling it. I see my wife battling it. Everybody is living life that can be highly magnified on social media, on television, and it's easy to compare and contrast. But when you're confident, do you compare? Do you really care about what other people think? And then that becomes interesting because as you tap into that mindset, then you're becoming selfish. So now, as you're having confidence and not wanting to compare, now people are saying you're selfish. See how crazy and twisted that is? So now we have to navigate these situations of confidence. And the first piece of that is self awareness to be able to understand how your confidence may be perceived. But as you're leading with empathy, which is that balance of confidence with consideration for other people's feelings, can you have that confidence and walk into a crowded room and read the room enough to understand how to display your confidence? That doesn't mean undermine your confidence. It means to know how to communicate it, to know how to express it, knowing the people that you're around. And that taps into that communication piece, being able to express yourself assertively without dismissing others, very closely tied to empathy. But that confidence, that persona, shoulders back, head up. Can you enter a room knowing that you're good enough? That it's okay to have accomplishments, that it's okay to do something extraordinary. My job as a coach is I work with people on a day in and day out basis that come to me with goals. Yes, I see them try to navigate that goal, but I also see them try to not offend anybody by expressing the accomplishment that they've had in their life. Isn't that crazy? I don't know what's worse, to be somebody that lacks confidence, that doesn't want to go after goals, that stays in a safe place, or someone that's goal oriented, going after things, trying to do something extraordinary. and they've developed confidence and people get offended by it. What's easier? If your confidence is inadvertently caused discomfort within yourself or to somebody else, express yourself clearly and assertively without dismissing others' opinions or experiences. Make sure you're actively listening, acknowledge concerns, and seek common ground with the people that are either supporting you or you're trying to support them. Has to be an even playing field when it comes to confidence. And yes, you got to sometimes choose your words carefully. Know your audience. When you're confident, it's easy to skew words to become egotistical or self or full of yourself, whatever it may be. But avoiding those statements that marginalizes other people is critical when you're in that confident state. But if your confidence inadvertently causes discomfort, in those moments, it's okay to apologize. Take responsibility for unintended harm that demonstrates genuine concern for others. We're all about the feeling, and that's okay. But make sure you're surrounding yourself with like minded individual who's applauding and appreciating and celebrating your confidence. Because all of us know listening to this that our confidence can come as quick as but it can go away as quick as and being able to understand the importance of knowing that you're confident, how that confidence is coming across allows us to be open to feedback. And I want each and every one of us to seek feedback from trusted friends and colleagues because that gives us invaluable insights into how our confidence is perceived. Be patient and persistent and make sure that in reconciling self confidence with humility over time, sincerity will always likely shine through. There's a few quotes that come to mind with confidence, and I hope that it will allow you as a listener to be confident as we continue to move forward. The first one is from Peter McIntyre. Confidence comes not from always being right, but from not fearing to be wrong, doing things audaciously, doing things without fear. Failure is part of success. Failure is part of your development. And to go into situations to where fear is not the catalyst of your life, but confidence is. Watch what it does to you. Another good one by Theodore Roosevelt. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. I shared that recently. That's because, man, as a society, do we do an unbelievable job of lacking belief? We compartmentalize ourselves into this box of never going to be good enough. I'm one of them. I'm a hypocrite. Everything that people come to me for as a coach, they want to know why, they want to know how. And the biggest part of it is confidence. But yet I'm afraid to share it because I don't want to offend anybody. So why not go for it? Why understand that confidence is what we all need, is what we all want for one another. Why can't we support each other in confidence, to breed confidence, to have it be contagious? Got one more by Vincent van Gogh. If you hear a voice within you say you cannot paint, then by all means, paint. And that voice will be silenced. That one resonates with me big time because, yes, I'm an athlete. Yes, I'm a coach. Yes, I'm tapping into business. But man, do I love art. And the best art pieces that I've done, whether it's a drawing or a painting, has been when I silence a lot of voices. Art has been my therapy for a lot of negativity and difficult circumstances in my life. And I found confidence through each and every brushstroke or opportunity to put a pencil to paper, a pen to pad, a paintbrush to a canvas, and watching those lines, the intricacies of what I've been capable of as an artist has been incredibly inspiring. As a listener, it's very simple. Embrace confidence. But as you're embracing confidence, foster empathy. Build a world where self assurance is celebrated without disregarding other people's feelings. We can be confident, but be empathetic for other people's feelings. And as we close this BTB short, always remember that when you're seeking confidence and then you finally get it, that there's always someone else out there who's looking for it. And how can you, as the confident person, pay that beautiful moment forward? Listen, if this BTB short was something that inspired you, do me a favor, like and subscribe to the BTB project. Better yet, share the episode with a friend, family member, or colleague. They're struggling with confidence, if they're trying to find their purpose, if they're trying to tap into what makes them tick, shoot them over this episode. Tell them why it impacted you and encourage them. Encourage them to be confident. That confidence will take them places in more ways than you could ever imagine. As always, I'm proud of each and every one of you. And until next time, take care.